GTA 6 is coming out next year, and it's a hot topic for obvious reasons. It's only going to be one of the biggest games of all time. With such a big game, with such crazy graphics, you got people freaking out about how it looks. Is this gameplay? Is this a cutscene? Are we being duped? Rockstar even came out and clarified that the second trailer is entirely in-game and is equal parts gameplay and cutscenes. That's a great clarification, and it's made people go dissect the trailer to find out what's what. But it also kind of fuels the thoughts of people that are doubtful, people that have this old head way of thinking, and people that are just negative. Oh, it's half gameplay and trailer? When the game releases, it's not gonna look like that in gameplay at all. It's only gonna look good in cutscenes. It's gonna be like Watch Dogs or Spider-Man, where they took away a puddle. It's probably just a vocal minority, but I saw comments like this on Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, basically everywhere. It's a big deal, since this game is just gonna be like the biggest thing of all time. I do think that this concern about the graphics is misplaced. You can be cautiously optimistic, especially with how games are nowadays. But with GTA 6 and with Rockstar, you don't have to worry about the graphics. You still have to worry about the monetization in the gameplay, and if taking cover is really buggy and glitchy. What does Rockstar even mean with equal parts gameplay and cutscenes? I have seen some people with this real old school way of thinking where they think that means that half of the trailer was just pre-rendered high quality videos and the other half was just shitty gameplay. Think about something like this trailer for Spider-Man 2. And then when you look at the game, it's like, dang. This isn't what Rockstar means at all. What Rockstar means is that half of the trailer is when you're playing the game, when you are in control, and the other half is when actors are acting or when set pieces are happening. We can assume this by just looking at any Rockstar game, or the two games that Rockstar released in the past 10 years. These games don't separate cutscenes and gameplay. They don't use pre-rendered video cutscenes. Everything happens in the game. What you see is what you're getting. There's a reason why CJ, in every single San Andreas cutscene, looks the way you made him look, because it's not pre-rendered. The same goes for Franklin or Arthur or Nico. We can assume the same for GTA 6. It's not going to have you walk up to a guy and then get crazy whiplash when you see that the pre-rendered cutscene is still at 2005 quality. For the GTA 6 trailer though, or the second trailer, I think it's just really hard to tell what's gameplay and what's not. They use all of these crazy angles, and you can kind of recreate this in GTA 5 with the Rockstar editor. Bam! Here's Franklin shooting at guys at a cool angle. You can pretend this is intercut with cutscenes. Here's Franklin driving a car.
Hey, boo. I knew you could.
Now he's like Jason in this scene. I feel like this concern and hyper-focus on equal parts gameplay and cutscenes is partially due to the fact that people have just forgotten that Rockstar are like that. It could be a recency bias thing, or maybe it's just because so many 10-year-olds have phones now, and so much interaction is based on getting a reaction out of people instead of being genuine. Anyway, if any studio is gonna make an open world game that has these insane graphics and technicalities, it's Rockstar. You don't need me to tell you that, because they already did that. Anyone worried or concerned about how GTA 6 is gonna look, feel, or even behave should just look at this game. Just imagine that GTA 6 is this game, but on crack, and 127 years into the future. Isn't it kind of crazy that the gap between GTA 5 and Red Dead 2 is actually smaller than the gap between Red Dead 2 and GTA 6? Anyways, let me just remind you of how amazing Red Dead Redemption 2 is. It's a game where NPCs have daily routines, where they remembered your actions,
Worse than it's you! Oh my goodness! Hey, I can't believe it!
where they change clothes depending on the time of day, well, in the camp. I'm sure you know about your horse's balls shrinking in the cold, but did you know about the steam that comes off of them in the cold? Animal carcasses rot. Hair grows. copper guns oxidize. When you throw a knife at a wall, it does this. But when you throw a knife at a doorknob, it does this. This guy glitching out and somehow holding the nails in his chin. But when he's hammering them into this board, it actually works.
Just to shoot instead of building this stupid house.
All that is done with the game looking like this. The way the sun shines through the trees, the way you can still see its light through fog, the way these clouds move and reveal the sun. Or how every single model in this game, whether it be a can of beans or a character, is detailed. There's never a downgrade going from cutscenes to gameplay either, or an upgrade for going the other way. Everything in this game is done within this game. There are no videos, no mods, no nothing. It's all in game, creating this living, breathing world that looks crazy. My Arthur here is the Arthur in this cutscene. It's the same thing as having your CJ be fat and having him appear in cutscenes, but just 14 years of technology in between it. Even with all this praise, or as some people call it, glazing, it doesn't mean that you have to throw out all logic.
Cutscenes versus gameplay. Well, not all character models are gonna have 16K textures.
Duh! That is completely irresponsible and it would blow up your console. But that doesn't mean that every single character is gonna look like a PS2 character either. Look at Red Dead 2 again. This guy isn't a main character, but he is still really detailed. Or just look at the screenshots that Rockstar have provided. Look at that! You might worry about the lighting of the cutscenes versus the lighting of the gameplay, but Rockstar has shown that this doesn't really matter because Red Dead Redemption 2, and they'll just tweak the lighting whenever they feel like it. If a mission is going to take place during a certain time, they'll just skip to that certain time. Good night, Arthur. If it doesn't matter when a mission starts, you can just do it at night. If you want a cool set piece with specific lighting, here it is. Look at how the train lights are really strong here, and how this carries over from the cutscene before I have control again. When I'm with Lenny in this cutscene, the game creates these lights that aren't actually here so that we can actually see the characters talking. Then after that, the lights just disappear. Or when I finish talking to Abigail, and then it just sort of cuts back to the regular game lighting.
Okay.
Thank you.
The lighting will be tweaked as necessary, but the difference in quality is almost always negligible, because once again, the cutscenes and the gameplay are in the same plane. They're happening in the same space. One just has a light on the characters' faces and looks more cinematic. GTA 6 will be like this too. It'll do these crazy things and look insane while doing them. Everything will happen in-game because that's just how Rockstar does it. If anyone could do it, it's Rockstar. Because they're like that. No one makes a living, breathing world quite like Rockstar. No one does these in-game cutscenes quite like Rockstar either. 10 years of greed won't change that. Seriously, GTA 5 and GTA Online still have these kinds of cutscenes. Here's Franklin doing what Jason does when he goes into the house.
Yeah, okay, you tall, linky son of a bitch.
It's a trademark Rockstar scene transition. In GTA Online, you can watch my throwables fall into this cutscene, and then Dr. Dre just walks it off. How did he do that? There's even that video of Trevor being punched during a cutscene.
So what? It's just me getting hurt? Is that funny?
No,
Huh?
man.
Well, fuck you! I'm gonna put you in the...
For people that say that the game won't look like this when it comes out, they're actually right. It'll look better. GTA 5 proved that, and so did Red Dead 2. So, you don't have to worry about the graphics. What you should be worried about is your bank account, and if you're going to be able to afford this game. Maybe it's still $70 or $80 or GTA $6. When GTA Online comes out, do you think they're going to go back to shark cards, or are they going to have two currencies like Red Dead Online? Or are they going to have a third currency? I'll take shark cards over the Red Dead Online system. Seriously, man, no one wants to do a daily mission for 7 days straight just so they can get 0.2 of a gold bar. Anyway, that's all I got. Bye.